rule number one of being a creep. I'll tell you right now. You can't be open about it.
I'm never drinking again. It's no big loss. I'm never drinking again with Aiden parents and Dan Ross.
Hello and welcome to the Never Drinking Again podcast. One of our in-between Series 1 and Series 2 episodes. Series 1.5, we should call this. I am one of your hosts. I am Dan Ross.
And I am the other host, Aiden Parents.
Beautiful stuff. So we've said that, we are two great barmen in the West Midlands and Birmingham region. And so we're going to talk about...
We're professionals. If you've listened to us talk about this before, you'll know we are
hot
professionals. Shit. We take our job very seriously.
Yeah. We're like Tom Cruise in Cocktail. We're like...
Yes, except I have never made a cocktail.
You've never made a cocktail?
I've never made a cocktail. Well, I've done the ones that we sell at the place you currently work at, which is basically an alcopop that you pour into a glass of ice and fruit.
You've never made Aperol Spritz?
Oh, yeah, that doesn't count. I've never done one with a shaker apart from like at home.
Oh really? We started where I currently work and where you used to work. We made cocktails, like properly, like mojito. Mojito was the main one. And yet I broke the ice crusher. So I was doing it, and I was crushing the ice, and I was pushing it, and it like jammed. It was already like pretty much broken, and I just proper pushed it to get it to work, and it slipped, and I smashed my thumb off the handle, and my thumb just started bleeding loads. So I was like, the other guy on the bar was just like, Steve, do you mind finishing this off for me? I've just got to, and I like held my hand up. He's like, Jesus Christ.
At least you know where it's come from. A lot of the time of working at a bar, I'll discover I'm bleeding and not know why.
Yeah, before you work in a bar, at least when I was a kid, I was always like really scared of smashed glass. I was like, yes. You cut yourself on glass, you're done. Like
when you drop a glass as a kid, and they're like, "Oh, be very careful with it. Don't touch it. Put newspaper down. Do all this."
Now,
you work in a bar, and like you get a dustpan, a brush, and like, "Oh, just do it with your hands."
Yeah, just get in there, lad. So we are two fine bartenders. So we're going to tell some stories from the other side of the bar. Give you guys some insight into what it's like.
Yeah, and also maybe some advice of how not to behave.
How not to behave. Oh, yeah, for customers.
Yeah, because I think, well, when this is over and the pubs are back open...
They're going to be rammed.
It's going to be like Christmas again, which is when the worst types of people come out.
I know. Oh, God, I hate people. I say that, having been forced to not work for a bit, I do miss it. The hospitality lifestyle.
Oh, I'd like to go back to work just as something to do.
Yeah, maybe it's more that.
Christmas drinkers are awful.
Yeah, they're once a year drinkers.
Yeah, and they'll be all back out when the pubs reopen.
Yeah. People who don't understand how pubs work.
Yes, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, I think you've got some lists, haven't you?
Yeah, I've gone online. I just typed in worst thing about working in bar on Google. Found a few different listicles.
Yeah, we can review them later. What are some of your, or maybe one of your favourite stories from working on a bar?
See, it's not stories that I remember. It's more just stuff people say to me, particularly customers. I get some weird stuff that are just... I haven't asked to be told this. We haven't been having the conversation. It's come out of the blue. I had one recently. A guy came up to me and went, you won't remember this, but before the 1990s, there was no racism.
Someone said that to you?
Someone said that to me.
I don't think that's true.
Well, this is what I said. But I was like, I wasn't alive before the 90s, so I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty certain that there was.
What was his response?
So no. There was none.
There was no racism until 1990. I think history might.
Yeah.
Yes, that's not true. The best I get is so obviously working in a brewery, people coming in saying, "Do you do beer?"
Oh yeah.
I love that. I'm always just like, yeah. Or people say,
Well,
do you do normal beer? I'm like, what's normal beer?
yeah, people mean different. People mean
Different people
different
mean
things.
different things, yeah.
Because some people mean it like real ale, some people mean lagers.
Yeah, some people mean like carling.
Yeah. And
And
then there's people who are like, oh, can you recommend me something? You're like, what do you like? You're like, oh, I like beer. Doesn't help.
yeah, can you recommend me? I don't know you. Like, recommendations are based off like what you like
Yeah.
rather than what
If
I.
I asked you, Dan, to recommend me a beer, I reckon you'd pick something quite good. We've had enough beers together.
Yeah, I reckon I could pick you something that you'd like.
Yeah.
But
Not a stranger.
yeah.
Then the only thing he tells me is he likes beer.
Oh, he's a beer drinker. Cool. Like, that does not help me. Do you know how many fucking times a beer there are? Oh, people. But really, most of the time, they just want a very basic lager.
Yes.
So they're not beer. Like, if someone told me they're really into beer, I wouldn't recommend them a lager.
No.
So,
that's
but,
what they mean.
yeah, that's what they mean. Yeah. Trying to think. Have you ever witnessed any fights from your side of the bar?
I haven't actually.
Yeah, both worked quite
I've
nice.
had some like almost fights, but it's always people like giving it the big gun, being the big I am that have no follow through.
Well, my favourite, the best thing that ever happened to me at work was witnessing a fight. There was literally one of my.
I do really want to.
It's one of my favourite. So what happened was it was the Friday before Father's Day, and we had a big display of like stuff you could buy for your dad for Father's Day.
Yeah.
And you know we do those 2-litre glass growlers.
Yes.
One of them was on the display.
Let's explain what a growler is because that sounds.
So a growler is like a big glass bottle you can fill up with beer to take away.
Yeah, for draft beer.
Draft beer, yeah. So 2 litres, so that's about 4 pints.
Just under 4 pints, yeah.
Just 4 pints, yeah. So we had one of them on the display, and there was this family in, quite a big group, about 10 of them, and they were getting pissed, but not like too pissed. They were a bit annoying, they were a bit loud, but luckily they left at about 10:30. I was like, I don't have to worry about them anymore. They then went across the road to what was then Yates's, a fine establishment.
Oh, we're going back a bit here.
Yeah, we're going back a couple of years there. Yeah, I think I'd only been working at the job about 3 months at this point, so a very, very long time ago. Yeah, basically the bouncer from Yates's walks into the pub. I'm like, you're right. And he's like, do you guys sell glass bottles? I was like, yes, we sell lots of glass bottles. He's like, do you sell like big brown ones? I'm like, what are you on? And I was like, well, someone across at Yates's has got a bottle. And I was like, oh God. So I was like, I'll come over and have a look. I go across the street, and there's the mom from the family earlier is brawling on the floor with her stepdaughter. Properly like out of a film, like rolling around scrapping, and the mom's got the 2-litre grass growler in her hand, and she's like saying she's gonna smash her head in.
I like the fact the only time you witnessed a fight was at a bar across the road.
And then so we're watching this happen. The bouncer's not doing anything. He just watches them and he goes, "Is that yours?" Yeah, this is ours. And he's like, "Come on, love, that's it. Give the man his bottle back." I'm like, don't bring me into this.
It's not even the biggest issue here.
It was like, stop fighting, first of all. And then the mom was like brandishing the growler, saying, "This is your fault. You ruin everything," to her stepdaughter. I'm like, love, you're the one about to glass someone, so you're not winning the moral high stakes here. And then, yeah, the police gave me back the bottle, and I was like, thanks, guys. I really wanted this. And then it was closed down, so I just stayed wiping this one table, watching the police deal with everything. It was a great day. That table.
I have seen a few fights from that pub looking out across the road.
The Yates's, or what it is now, is terrible. For the worst is when they had the boxing on and people would watch it and then be like, "Oh, I can box too," and then like have a fight and you just see blood everywhere. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys.
I did get started on at the pub.
You got started on?
Yeah.
Started on a few times, haven't you?
Once properly. The other time, it wasn't really that big.
Is it because you're too sarcastic?
It is. What? Actually, you know what? These times it wasn't. There's many times when people have been a bit mouthy because of that. But I wouldn't call that being started on. They just get a bit mouthy because I have a certain way with people.
So what's the closest you got to being like properly started on?
So that was, we're on the bar. It's quite a busy night. A customer goes to one of our colleagues. Oh mate, have you got a Samsung charger behind there? He has a little look in the bit where you keep the chargers. He goes, oh no, I haven't got one. He goes, oh, can you ask someone else? Turns to me, asks me. This is the colleague. Oh, have you got a Samsung charger? I go, no, I have an iPhone. So, no, don't have one. And then so he turns back to the customer.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's no Samsung chargers here. And the customer goes, oi, don't be so fucking rude.
Jesus.
To which I said, mate, will you shut the fuck up? It'd been a long day. I think this was like the 13th hour of my shift.
Yeah.
Like all day on a Saturday.
She's no trade.
This was not the time. I'd very much had enough at this point. And then he did not take kindly to that. And was telling me that if I sort of, don't disrespect me like that, he started picking up, we had these little glasses for water on the front of the bar. And we started picking up those, trying to throw those at me.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah, and then he came round to the other side of the bar.
He sounds lovely.
Yeah. But then, like, the way I completely got away with the whole thing is some bouncers from across the road came over, took him out. And the thing he complained about to the bouncers, why he kicked off, is, they wouldn't serve me because I've got tattoos.
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, so this is how I completely got away with it, because that wasn't the reason. Also, at that one time, every single person on that bar has tattoos. Everyone working there at that moment had a tattoo.
So
the fact that he came out with that just meant I was completely absolved of any blame.
You make some interesting sorts, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. That one thing I would say to potential customers listening: bring a charger with you, or charge your phone before you go out.
Yeah. Bars are not for. We don't just have loads of phone chargers.
We're not your babysitters.
If you're a regular and you go in all the time and we're kind of mates, I wouldn't mind plugging your phone in behind the bar.
And if there's like a charger right next to me, I'll be like, yeah, fine. But if I have to go, I'm not. When people are like, oh, can you have a look? Can you search one out? It's like, no.
Yeah, it's literally not our job.
Yeah.
If I've run out of a bottle of a certain beer or something, I'll go have a look if we've got any more. Not a problem. That is part of my job. Charging your phone isn't.
Yeah, just bring a charger. Like, some people don't deserve to be allowed to leave the house. Like, they don't know how to look after themselves.
No.
I'm still baffled. Like when people ask you to call them a taxi, it's like Uber.
Yeah.
Like when it's sort of like a nice older couple, I'm like, oh, fair enough. You know, they're nice old people.
Yeah.
Get when it's like someone around my age, we call a taxi for me. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, that is weird. So he doesn't either have Uber or Ola or something, or have a taxi number.
It was very rare, actually, people in our age group. It's more.
It does happen though.
It's more people about 10 years old, 40s.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, can you not look after yourself? Yeah.
I get it sometimes. Generally, when I've called a taxi, it's to go to a hotel, so they're not from the area. They've come out for a drink. They don't know the local taxi companies.
So you can get everything on your phone now. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
some people don't know how to use technology.
Too introverted. I would never do that. I'd like rather work it out myself.
Yeah, I'd rather walk it. Like.
And have to speak to a stranger. Beyond the social conventions of what you're meant to speak to them about. But I
also the way people behave, like I can't believe some of the things people think is okay to behave like in public.
The one that always baffles me is when people come to the pub and they're like miserable. I'm like, why? Like, you don't have to be here.
Yeah.
I do. It's my job. I'm at least pretending to be happy and nice. You can at least pretend to be like some people just come in and it's so miserable. It's like, why have you come to the pub?
Yeah. Well,
Stay home.
some people are just miserable people.
Yeah. They shouldn't go out then. They should stay in and be miserable around the people that choose to be with them.
Which is no one.
Yeah. Well, no, normally they're with people, miserable people.
Yeah.
It's probably the other people making them miserable. Just lie and say you can't come out. Easy. Don't come out and hoist your misery upon me.
Yeah, people, the way people speak sometimes, you can't believe it. There's like adults who can't say please and thank you.
It's mad, yeah.
That does my head in more than anything else. Can't say please or thank you, or putting change on the bar, or just like throwing money at you.
Yeah. Although I hate when people like wave a note at you.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Or say like, oh, sorry, I'm like you're serving someone. They go, just so you know, I'm next. I really want to go like, well, now you're not.
Yeah. Oh, that is the thing. People, if you're there like clicking your fingers or something at a bar to try and get served, we will serve you as late as we possibly can.
Yeah. I've had people like whistle at me, and I've just gone like,
yeah, no. So well, that's back of the queue.
Yeah, you are not getting served. You need to learn how to function as a person before you can get them an alcohol. But I've always said that people should be forced to work like a year in hospitality, just so they like learn how to behave. Because the people who are the most dickish, you can tell have never worked in hospitality.
Well, yeah, people who are like really nice bring their glasses back to the bar. It's like, you've worked in bars.
Like bar staff are kind of the best and the worst customers to have because they're always nice and helpful and whatever, but they will get twatted.
Yes, because we have personality orders.
Yeah, I'm speaking as someone that does that. That's what we do.
But there is also a thing of like we kind of think, oh, maybe the rules don't apply to me.
Yeah. I work in a bar. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
But you kind of know how far you can go and get away with stuff.
Yes.
You know, but yeah. One of my big pet peeves that I've just thought of is, so we do food. Obviously, it doesn't apply to where you work because you don't do food. But we do food, and you have to do a check back after like 3 minutes to check everything's okay with the food. And like go over and be like, oh, how's your food? Everything okay? Anything else I can get for you? And they're like, oh yeah, will you just get me another pint? And it's like, when they're in the bar bit, it's like, no, go get it yourself. This is not how it works.
Yeah.
Cheekiness. People.
Yeah, asking for table service in sections where you don't do it.
Yeah.
No. Unless, if we're really quiet, I will do it because I'm hoping for a tip.
Yeah, and then when they don't give you a tip.
That's it. If you're being very cheeky and asking for it,
yeah,
in a place that like it definitely doesn't do it normally.
Well, you wouldn't do it with a spoon.
It's dessert. Yeah.
Well, I do love the table app on spoons.
I do love it, but I'm glad I don't work in a place.
Yeah, I'd hate to work there, but yeah, I as a customer, I really like it.
Yeah, because you see the staff looking lost because people are putting the wrong numbers or something.
Yeah, and you can see they just hate it as well.
And people, like, I've seen it. I've had my drink and I've watched my drink go to another table and they've just accepted it. They'd be like, "Is this like?" I can't remember what it was, but like, "Is this yours?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "It's definitely not." Like they were table 6, I was table 9.
Yeah.
It was easy to mix
I kind
up.
of rate that though.
It was like, that's my drink. And then he went to grab it. I was like, "He's taking a sip. Can I get another one?"
So you've got some lists. Shall we go through them now?
Yeah, I haven't vetted the lists yet to see if any of them actually.
What are we talking? BuzzFeed, Metro.
This is Metro.
Okay.
There's 2 on Metro, in fact.
Oh wow, God, slow work there at Metro.
Well, when the last customers refuse to leave, that's a big one, I think. Closing time and drinking up. People trying to negotiate drinking up time is really annoying.
Yeah, just like go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst is when. So I don't mind it if it's kind of like a big group, but when it's like 2 people just sat in the bar. There was like 3 or 4 Sundays in a row when this couple just came in at like 10 minutes before closing, and then would sit there for like an hour, and it's like, please leave.
Oh, do not take the drinks off them eventually.
Well,
that's what I go. Okay, guys, on my next one round, I'm taking the drinks. I need the glasses back.
You're a bad man, you are, Aiden.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
If they get half an hour, we get half an hour.
It's one of those where, like, when I go out, I always make sure we're not in there at the end.
Yeah, I hate being the last person.
Yeah.
Unless it's somewhere that I work or have previously worked.
Yeah. But when I go out with my mates, they're like, what? Oh, we got time. And I was like, no, the bar is shut. We're those dickheads. We should leave. I was like, you don't understand how annoying this is. Let's go.
Another one found this is very apt, especially where I work, where it's sort of not the usual drinks as they have in every pub. Is being busy and somebody complaining about waiting and then also not knowing what they want to drink.
God, that's infuriating.
Like, oh, I've been waiting here for ages. Okay, what do you want? Oh, I'm not sure.
Like, in that time when you were waiting, you could have been deciding what you want.
So, well, I was just chatting to a mate. I've had that before. I'll be like, all right, but you complain about waiting. Can you think then? It's like, I was chatting to my mates. Okay, I'll come back to you.
It's about, don't go to the bar unless you know what you want. It's my rule.
If it's quiet, and like where I currently work, we change the menu a lot and stuff. So I don't mind you being like, oh, what should I have? Especially if it's quiet.
Yeah.
Talk to me about all the drinks. Fine. I quite like talking about beer. I'm very happy to.
I'm the same. Yeah.
Chat about it, but.
Yeah, when it's busy, just have a general idea what you want.
Yeah.
Lager and a red wine.
And don't be like, people know they're being purposely difficult, as we spoke about earlier. When you go, oh, what do you like? Oh, I like beer. Like they're saying that to be purposely difficult. It's very busy.
Yeah, and did you know how many times I've heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Jokes as well. Most of the jokes we've all heard 1,000 times.
Yes.
You're not original. Like when you go,
I can't find it on the till. Oh, is it free then? Piss off.
Or if you go to the wrong table and they're like, oh, did you order the mac and cheese? No, but I'll eat it. Oh, God. I'm getting wound up now. I'm not even at work. just thinking about it is... But in general, I think hospitality is a good line of work.
It can be.
Yeah.
So I don't hate my job.
No.
I wouldn't mind having some weekends back.
That's true. Saturdays are the one for me. Watching the footy.
Yeah.
Footy.
It depends. Well, it depends what your mates do. Like, a lot of my mates have sort of regular, normal jobs.
Yeah, normal.
So they're all out Friday, Saturday night.
Well, you don't work Fridays.
I sometimes do.
Oh.
I have started to a bit more now.
Okay. Well, not now.
Well, okay, yeah, not now. I was before this happened.
The event. So what other gripes have been listed?
Look, through some of them are just people being whiny because people will be like, oh, having to go down to the cellar to change a barrel, which I don't find an issue.
No, I've had it sometimes when I've gone. I'm like, oh, sorry, I've got to go change the barrel. Like, oh, I'll have something else. I was like, well, I'm still going to have to eventually change the barrel.
Yeah, I don't like that, especially when if the glass is 2/3 full. So there's 2/3 of a pint there.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be putting that on wastage.
Just drink it then.
Yeah, but it still has to go on wastage, Dan. This is bad.
Yeah, that is true.
Pub etiquette.
But
Not that I've never done that, but it's
still has to go on wastage. So wastage. Describe wastage to the people who don't work in the industry.
Oh well, wastage is it is what it sounds like. It's when
the stuff
something goes to waste or a drink, and drinks that get complained about and come back.
Yeah.
Drinks that
on a little listy.
Yeah.
My favourite insider term is AFD.
Yes.
So AFD is a shift, and it's an acronym. It stands for all fucking day.
It's actually an initialism, not an acronym, just to pick you up on that. But
go fuck yourself. But yeah, when I first heard someone say AFD, I was like, oh, that's so cool. Now I say it all the time.
It took me a while to work it out.
Yeah.
Because people kept saying it, and I didn't want to be the dick who said, what does that mean? So I was just like, what could it mean?
Someone's like, oh, I'm on an AFD.
And then somebody said, oh, I'm working all fucking day. And it dawned on me. I was like, oh.
That's what AFD is.
There's one that's just, it's not really anything to do with customers, but it's just smelling of bar at all times, which
Oh god, yes, that is annoying.
like, my shoes just with a coating of stale beer.
Yeah, my shoes stink a bit. And like when you go out after work, it's just like putting on deodorant or whatever, and it's like you still stink.
It's horrible when when we go to the little place we go to, which is mostly bar stuff. It's okay because everyone understands. But I've done it before when I've finished at like 9 or something after being on from the open, gone out to town, and it's like, this is disgusting.
I smell so bad. Especially if like you've spilt milk on yourself and like making a coffee, or like one of the kegs has shot cider at you when you're changing your barrel.
Oh, yeah.
Like fucking stink. And we where I work has like a big log fire as well. So you just go home like stinking of smoke.
Yeah. So, well, there's one here that says, no matter what your gender, you have to deal with pickup lines from customers, which I haven't had a problem. Have you had that issue, Dan?
I very rarely had to deal with that. I've witnessed people being very creepy towards the female bar staff and sort of been like, I'm going to keep serving them because it will annoy them because they have to speak instead of one of the girls. And like I've had it actually once where someone purposely was like, no, not you, to me, and they're like, I want to be served by one of the girls. I was a bit like, you're quite gross, mate.
So at least you got to pretend you're not a creep.
Yeah.
It's like rule number 1 of being a creep. I'll tell you right now. You can't be open about it.
Aiden's creep rule book.
That could be some of the other bonus content that we bring out.
Aiden's guide to being a creep. I think that'll go down well.
I think it will. I think we've got many years of practice.
So we've talked about bad things about working in bars. I don't want to be completely negative. What's your favourite thing about working?
I think it's quite a relaxed place to work.
Yeah.
You can get away with a lot of stuff that you wouldn't in office jobs.
As we discussed
including, I would say, being a bit of a creep sometimes.
Jesus, how creepy! I can't. Were you creepy? Well, you're quite creepy.
There's things I've said that are not okay. I don't want to repeat any, but
you can definitely be more insulting towards your colleagues than.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
there's stuff which could be HR issues in other jobs.
It's weird. It's like the more offensive you are to someone, the more you like them. Like the people I'm polite to is all the new people who I don't know, because I'm like, I can't call them a prick. But on the bar, when you want someone to get out of the way, if it's someone I've known for a while, they're like, get the fuck out of the way, you fucking prick. And then if it's someone I don't really know, and it's like, oh, excuse me, sorry. But it can be like within the same sentence. So I'll be like, fuck off, get out of my way. Sorry, mate, do you mind if I just... Various different reactions to people as you walk along the bar. Yeah,
there is that. There is, obviously, as we mentioned, if you're an alcoholic, it's quite a decent place to work.
Ample access to alcohol, and other alcoholics will be around as well.
Yes. There's generally quite a few regulars at both places I've worked that I actually get on with.
Yeah, regulars make a pub, as people say.
Yeah, like it was always nice when there's people I get on with and they come in. It's like, hey, I'm glad they're here. Have a little chat.
Yeah, pass the time.
Yeah. What would you say are nice things about working in the pub?
Nice things about working in a pub. You get fed. That's always good.
Depending on where you work.
Oh yeah, you don't. Yeah, but if you work in somewhere with a restaurant, you get fed, and it can be like varying degrees of
quality.
But when I worked in where I worked in London, I got like free street food, and that was fucking incredible.
Oh, do you work in London, Dan? I don't think you mentioned that on here before.
I keep it on the DL, the down low, but yeah, I did work in it, and it was like a street food bar, and I got free street food, and that was. I mean, my best thing about anything will always end up being food, but yeah. I don't want to be too much of a walking parody, but yeah. What else?
Yeah, there aren't like loads of highlights.
Staff drinks are always good. Like because people go hard. People go hard.
Oh, going out for drinks, yeah.
Yeah, like
And I think, I don't know, does it happen more regularly in pubs than on...
I've had a Christmas party when I did an office job, and no one got near as drunk as like how drunk people got on our pub.
That's interesting, because I've seen office parties from the other side of the bar.
Yeah,
Like,
and they do go hard.
and some of them go quite hard.
I don't know. I've never seen anyone get like completely destroyed. Like I've never seen anyone have to get sent home early, which has happened on every
Staff party.
yeah. It's normally chefs, I will say.
Yeah.
They
They don't seem to come out drinking as often as the bar staff.
yeah. There's a great divide. We have fights.
Often, yes. Yeah, I don't like working with chefs, to be fair.
Oh, I don't mind it. You just have to know how to talk to them.
Like they're animals.
No, but like it's just that sort of direct. Like we had something like a couple of weeks ago where the chef was wrong, and I told him, and then we like argued, and I like explained why he was wrong, and then he was like, and one of the bar staff was like, "That's the best thing I've ever seen." I've just argued back. That's all you need to do. Everyone else is too scared of the chefs. We're all human, semi-human. We work in hospital.
Yeah, I don't know about the chefs.
No, the chefs are all up. Well, you can mouth off now because they don't feed you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. I'm no longer under the the stress of them being able to poison me on my.
Yeah, but no, staff food's been very good recently. Obviously not currently because we're in lockdown, but before lockdown, very good.
Oh, that's good. I went to varying degrees of quality during my time there.
Yeah. What was the best staff food you ever got given?
Oh, I mean, I got a full steak dinner once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that someone ordered the wrong thing?
They were. I can't. Yeah, I think somebody sent back a steak for something, and I was just having my break.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, people, if you want to send stuff back, that's fine.
Oh no, I think that's what it was. It was like a table of 8, I think it was, all ordered steak, and they accidentally did 9 of them.
Oh, that's always good. Yeah.
And I was like, sweet.
Yeah, listeners, try and do as many complicated orders as possible. The chef might do something wrong, and then we get free food.
But that's the thing I will say. If you've got an issue with a drink or food, bring it up. Like, we don't mind changing it.
Yeah.
What I don't like is at the end, after we've asked, oh, is everything okay? You'd be like, no, can I have the discount?
Yeah.
That's just not on, especially if you've eaten it all. Like,
yeah. If you've eaten it all, just say no, yeah.
You come round halfway, is everything okay? Yeah, it's great. Come round at the end, was everything all right? No, it was really terrible. I've eaten it because I'm hungry, but I'd like 50% off. Yeah. What? No. I could have changed it 5 minutes into your meal.
I'm looking at the BuzzFeed one, number 8 of things that everyone who works in a bar knows. You know every place in town that's open early in the morning. That's true.
Yeah.
Where we work, pretty much nowhere.
Yes.
People are like, after we close, like, where can I go? And it's like, well, you can go here, but I don't know if you'd like.
Yeah, there's this place, but I wouldn't. Especially if, like, we offer like we're going there. And it's like, I don't want you there.
I've had it like where I've gone out after work and seen people I was serving, and they're like, "Oh, the barman is in the pub." They always be drinking in my own pub. It's like, obviously, I'm not going to drink where I work.
Outside of work, if you come in to my pub a lot and you recognise me and we chat, fine. I'm being paid to be nice. If you see me in Tesco, we don't need to have a chat.
Don't
look that to me.
I have like headphones on.
A little nod, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Don't start talking to me, please.
How are you? What are you up to? I'm just going to work.
Yeah. I'm not being paid to be pleasant anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very unpleasant people when we're out of work. Right, I think
as well, because we have jobs where we have to be social. Often, when we're not at work, we don't really want to be talking. Especially if we've had a long shift or something.
Yeah, have you had like a long shift of having to talk to people and pretend to be nice? Like I don't want to talk to
Yeah,
anyone.
at the end of it, no, I'm done now. So we've been out together and said like 3 words to each other all night.
Well, it's just like, we've done all our talking for the day. We have limits.
Yeah.
One on BuzzFeed about how annoying it is doing line cleaning, and how at least once a week you worry that you've left fluid in the line.
I
Honestly,
don't really worry that much.
if you're drinking bleach, you're drinking bleach.
Yeah, it's diluted.
Yeah.
I've run enough through it that even if there's some left, which I don't think there is because I do check, even if there is, it's going to be so little you wouldn't notice.
Exactly. Anyway, I think this is a comprehensive guide to bar work.
Yeah.
Shall we leave it here for now?
All right, that's it. Thank you for listening, guys.
Hope that was a nice respite in between the second series starting. We may have some more interviews coming up, or we may have some more special episodes of just me and Aiden talking. Who knows what the future holds?
Stay at home. Is that what we say?
That was very good, Aiden.
I don't really care.
And on that note, I'll say thank you for listening, guys.
Yeah, cheers for listening.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Don't die.
I'm never drinking again. It's no big loss. I'm never drinking again with Aiden parents and Dan Ross.